Hello, hello. So today we're going to be reacting to the Red Velvet mini album Birthday. We reacted to the music video. I thought it was a wonderfully weird music video and track, and it comes with a mini album. So we're going to be checking it out. I believe there's about four B-sides with the mini album. So we're going to be skipping Birthday, of course, because we heard it we're gonna be skipping Birthday because we heard it already. But yeah, let's get started with the first B-sides. Bye bye. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Bye bye bye. Bye bye bye.
Interesting melody.
Bye bye bye. I only had love for you. I only had love for you. 외치던 내 뱉어줘. 넌 세상에 so damn cool. 꿈속에서도 눈물 났던 happy end. 허적대며 잠을 깨면 가슴이 훅 패여 아파. 두 번 참 안타까워. 너는 다른 곳을 보내. I cried enough. 정말 우린 break up. 우한 드라마처럼 우린 다 흔들어 빠진 얘기 내와 네 소리 넌 다가오고 밀려나고 때론 타올라고 넌 사랑이기에 get it 난 특별하기에 무너질 수 없기에 온 힘을 다해 난 이 사랑을 끝내 널 버릴 거야 Bye bye 너 때문에 휘둘렸던 시간 okay 난 두 번 말안해 너에겐 흔한 대사부 뭐랄까 재미없는 룩 난 이만
Is that Wendy?
넌 달라다니 언제부터니 심파 같은 소리 나고 이젠 다 질렸어 그만할래 You are my destiny 내 세상은 upside down 강해져 커져 now I see 너인 줄만 알던 내 미래 넘어 미지로 가득한 문도 안에 열려 있었다는 걸 Bye bye 너 때문에 휘둘렸던 시간 okay 난 두 번 말안해 안녕 이제는 같은 사랑 다시 안 해 I'm not gonna play the fool Bye bye love 너와 난
Okay, bridge time. I thought it was over.
우연했잖아 그뿐인 거야 내가 더 올 거란 생각만 I got no heartache So baby baby 나 bye 그 눈물을 닦아 말해봐 안녕 bye bye 휘둘렸던 시간 okay 난 두 번 말안해 안녕 불타는 같은 사랑 다시 안 해 I'm not gonna play the fool Bye bye love
Why does that melody sound so familiar?
끝까지 휘둘렸던 시간 okay 난 두 번 말안해 안녕 불타는 같은 사랑 다시 안 해 Bye
Ooh, that was so nice. That song ended in such a pleasing way. It's very good. I think with Red Velvet, with their B-side, there's such a variety. So I never really know what to expect going into these. I didn't check out any of like the album trailer if they had something like that. But yeah, that was a nice first B-side for us to check out. I really like the relationship between like their vocal melodies and the instrumentals as well. It feels like there are points where like the voice would do a melody and then it would be followed up by like the instrumental mimicking the same melody. And in terms of like that, oh god, that hook melody sounds so familiar, but my brain is not being able to place where I've heard it from, or if it is supposed to be familiar. But yeah, I quite liked it. It was nice. Let's move on. This is the next one, On a Ride. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh, this is the one from The trailer.
You done sit on day night. 너와 함께 있으면 feel like playing in the theme park. 쿵쿵대는 맘이 종일 가라앉질 않지. Up and down 어디로든 날아다니는 특별한 기분. Start calling you love. 달콤한 눈빛 그 위로 riding 멈출 수 없지. 나나나나 위아래로 아무 경계 없이 타고 놀 거야. 단단히 맘 먹고 왔거든. Oops, we are on the right. Yeah,
Oh, Jesus.
점점 더 커지는 뒤에 가까워지잖아 you and me. 매일이 우리만의 season. Yeah, oops, 지금 몰라 die. 네 맘이 어디든지 끝없이 round and round like a dream. Oops, we are on the right. 템포를 늦춰 slow. 다시 긴장감 조여. 터지는 sound 분위기 twist. 우린 단 1초도
Irene?
춤추는 시계 바늘은 quick. 좀 더 멀리까지 just go go. 새로운 문 넘어 falling in love. 숨 돌릴 틈 없이 we're having fun. More and more 이름 모를 꿈을 꾸는 듯 웃게 돼 with you. 하하하하하. 불꽃이 환히 터지는 타이밍 놓칠 수 없지. 나나나나 또 오는 눈 검은 밤이 우리 쫓아온대도 더 멀리 더 빨리 we can move. Oops, we are on the right. Yeah, 꽉 잡아
Whoa.
점점 더 커지는
Oh my god. I love that delay drop. Spicy.
우리만의 season. Yeah, oops, 지금 몰라 time. 내 맘이 어디든지 끝없이 round and round like a dream. Oops, we are on the right.
Bridge time.
느껴지는 vibe. yeah. Oops, we are on the right. 온 세상이 우리를 반겨. 밤이 새도록 그 어디든 we're going higher. Oops, we are on the right. Yeah, 꽉 잡아 hold me tight. 온종일 저 구름 위 끝없이 떠올라 you and me. 계속돼 우리만의 season. Yeah, oops, 지금 몰라 time. 함께면 어디든지 끝없이 run and run like a dream. Oops, we are on the right. 꽉 잡아 hold me tight. Oops, we are on the right.
Okay. So, okay. Before we move on to the next track, I want to talk about this a bit more because we heard a bit of this track on the trailer, right? And I made the comment when we watched the trailer. I said that it reminded me a lot of Bella Porch's Build a Bitch. And hearing the full track, I stand by that statement. I think they're very similar in terms of the vibe, especially when it hits the chorus. Like the instrumental is super familiar, but I really like that song, and I like the song as well. I'm not saying like there's any sort of plagiarism, but I think they're quite similar in terms of the instrumentals. I think the main melody with the vocals are very, very different, and also structurally they're very different, but there are bits that just reminds me of that song, and I love that song. I think it's a really nice experimental track, and there's just some sounds in these instrumentals I think that's not very common to hear. I feel like they sampled some very, very odd like banging things. I feel like they're banging on like a jar or something like that. And I think those are cool. And I like so far with these tracks, the way that they transition onto the bridge. There's always this like little pause. And I think it makes such a smooth like transition. It really prepares the listener. But yeah, that's just a random comment. Let's move on to the next one. Zoom. I think people said this is their favorite B-side. So let's see.
Why are you lying?
Excuse me.
Tired, man.
What?
Come on.
단서 하나 당황했던 너의 표정 하나만 더 걸려봐라 절대 못 피해가 You're in my frame 쉽지 않을 거야 마치는 CCTV 다들 들려보듯이 샅샅이 찾아내려 해 네 변백 속의 truth Watch out 사실 배나 집요해 난 밤새 replay 너는 so loud 내게 깔을 맴돌아 Your lies Your lies 화난 너를 보면 넌 심장을 부신 뒤 되감아보는 memory 또 빠졌어 날 놓쳤던 네 눈빛의 빈틈을 난 zoom 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 오랫동안 횡설수설해 네가 깨트린 alibi 내 꿈에서 늘 삼켰던 네 말 속의 허점을 난 zoom 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 Remember 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 스스로 잠근 앞에 멈춰서 떠오른 그 길이 잠깐 내 뒤따보는 한 걸음 네 손짓 따라가 네 표정을 쫓아가 해집어 찾아낸
Is that Joy? Joy rapping?
난 날카로운 police 넌 하술했던 범인 Watch out 보기보다 철저해 난 밤새 replay 잠도 모든 흔적을 찾아 Your lies Your lies 화난 너를 보면 넌 심장을 부신 뒤 되감아보는 memory 또 빠졌어 날 놓쳤던 네 눈빛의 빈틈을 난 zoom 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 오랫동안 횡설수설해 네가 깨트린 alibi 내 꿈에서 늘 삼켰던 네 말 속의 허점을 난 zoom 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 Hey 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 당겨 zoom 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 Hey 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 찾아 zoom 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 replay 울고 웃다 잠만 믿고 싶게 한 Your lies Your lies 화난 너를 보면 넌 심장을 부신 뒤 되감아보는 memory 또 빠졌어 날 놓쳤던 네 눈빛의 빈틈을 난 zoom 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 오랫동안 횡설수설해 네가 깨트린 alibi 내 꿈에서 늘 삼켰던 네 말 속의 허점을 난 zoom 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 Remember 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 당겨 zoom 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 Remember 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 찾아 zoom zoom zoom
Holy hell. Oh my god, what a track. I understand. Yeah, when I asked you guys on the music video reaction, I asked for people to say what their favorite B-side is from the mini album. I read this a few times in the comments, and I completely understand. It's such a nice song. I really like this like plucky guitar sound that's quite prominent throughout the track. And of course, Red Velvet, I don't think I mentioned it with the other two tracks, but they've got just fantastic vocals, man. Like listening to their vocals, it's just, it feels like something else. Yeah, they're definitely one of my favorite like vocal groups, along with Mamamoo. I think when you listen to their songs, even like after the first listen, I feel like you haven't really, to me anyways, I haven't experienced the full thing, because you can listen to it and pay attention to the main melody, and then on the second and third listen, pay attention more to like the nuances in the instrumentals, or pay attention to those like heavenly ad-libs. It's always like near the end of the song, or in like these more climaxy choruses, where you can just like listen to someone in the background just absolutely killing the ad-libs, and it's definitely very prominent here with Zoom. So I can't wait to listen to it again and just like bask in those fantastic ad-libs. I think this is the final track. I'm sad we're already at the end, but this is Celebrate. Let's get started. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh.
아무 일도 없는 듯이 눈을 감아 초를 불
That's Irene.
매일 너와 함께 있고 싶은 마음을 녹인 너는 우릴 나의 비밀 버티가 막을 내려 난 조금 더 있고
right. Oh,
온통 달콤하던 this cake 처음처럼 난 celebrate back in the day 눈치채지도 못하게 똑같기 전 네 옆에 다시 돌아가 celebrate 반대로 된 시침같이 나 혼자만 또 시간을 되감지 빠져든 sweetness 다시 봐도 난 설레지 황홀한 feeling 잊지 못할 everything 모두가 멈추면 난 다시 너의 곁으로 가 환히 웃으며 눈을 맞춰 It's your birthday 너와 터뜨리던 샴페인 온통 달콤했던 this cake 처음처럼 난 celebrate back in the day 눈치채지도 못하게 똑같기 전 네 옆에 다시 돌아가 celebrate 영원하고 싶은 마음 같은 이런 밤 뒤척하듯 시간 끝을 향해 가 Back in the day 아쉬워지는 마음에 멈춰 세워 난 turning back 다시 시작해 celebrate 일렁인 두 눈에 서로를 담아봐 We celebrate through the night 똑같은 재미도 새로워 you and I We celebrate across the time It's your birthday 너로 가득한 everyday 돌고 돌아 난 네 곁에 다시 함께 celebrate Back in the day 모든 순간이 소중해 나만 아는 이 기억에 진심을 다해 celebrate 영원하고 싶은 마음 꿈 같은 이런 밤 뒤척하듯 시간 끝을 향해 가 Back in the day 아쉬워지는 마음에 멈춰 세워 난 turning back 다시 시작해 celebrate
interesting. All right. So, at some point while we were listening to this album, I forgot that this is called Birthday. It's because we skipped the title track in listening to it. And so the first time, I think it was Wendy who mentioned specifically the word birthday, I was taken aback. But I suppose it does make sense to have a track like this, right? I think it sort of ties in the mini album altogether, and I would say that the album as a whole is very cohesive in terms of the themes and the vibes that I was getting. I think we got this sort of mix of whimsical but somewhat gritty. I could really see these songs put on a soundtrack of a movie that's like a mix of whimsical and gritty. But overall, Celebrate, I think, probably stands out the most to me. I think it feels more of an outlier, but it makes sense to have it as a final track. Thematically, I think it fits, and subject-wise it fits, but it might be my least favorite track from the mini album. It's kind of interesting because with Feel My Rhythm, or what is it called, the ReVe Festival finale, the ReVe Festival, the Feel My Rhythm album, the final track, which was In My Dreams, was my favorite. And I think in the way that they've structured this mini album, it's somewhat similar to that. They end with a more winding down track, less intense. But this one is my least favorite, and not because it's bad, but because the other tracks are just too good. They're too good. Right in the middle of it, which I think really makes this a very solid mini album from Red Velvet. I mean, Red Velvet B-sides are just something else. I think their quality in terms of their songs in general, sometimes the B-sides of their album I like it more than the title track, which is pretty rare, I think, with with albums. But anyways, that is it for this album listen. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm hoping that I get to put all of this together in just one video, but I might have to split it up. Who knows, with YouTube. But as always, if you haven't checked out my other Red Velvet reactions yet, the music video reaction for Birthday, go have a look. It's all on YouTube. Also check out Patreon. That's where I post live stage performance reactions, Japanese music videos. Those are free, and there's also exclusive content over there weekly. Other than that, I hope you guys are having a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.